Everybody, it's your girl TND, the nail dealer here, and we're back with another nail education video. Okay, we're off for like, share, and subscribe, please. Today's topic is going to be about something that I've been asked once again by a lot of clients. Not as many as maybe a couple of the other videos, but this one is still a big issue. If you're not going through it, then odds are you know someone who's going through this. So hopefully you can point them towards this video or just tell them what I told you. So this one's gonna be about when your nail falls off. No, I know it's a mad one. If it's happened to you, I'm so sorry for your loss. If you know someone that's going through it, trust and believe they are going through it differently. Like, losing a nail is one of the most excruciating things that you could. Obviously, I haven't given birth or nothing, but I'm guessing it's up there. I'm guessing it's up there. I'm guessing it's up there with birth. But yeah, one of the most excruciating things. So just a quick story time. I was with my friend Theo, actually. We was having an argument about something dumb, and I tried to make a dramatic exit and failed miserably. So he had, I don't know what he has right now, but at the time he had a big like Jeep kind of thing. So I got out the car and I tried to make my moment, like I'm a good friend, you need to feel bad, you made me sad. So I got out the car, yeah, and I slammed the door, but I wasn't looking when I slammed the door. So I slammed the door and literally my thumb was stuck in the car door and I was trying to pull it out. I didn't even want to open the door because I was leaving the car. Like I was leaving the car. This is my moment to be dramatic, innit? Like, I can't say I'm leaving and I'm getting out and I'm doing all this and then I'm like, oh, can you actually open the door again? I had to open the door again to take my thumb out. Oh my days, when I took it out, all I can remember is just drops and drops of blood. These times I'm at a petrol station near Croydon, yeah, and I was saying this to a friend the other day. When a kid falls down, you know, like when you have that moment, you're like, are they gonna cry? Don't cry. Like, what is the age? What is the moment where the kid decides, like, I'm gonna stop this shit now. I'm gonna stop crying. Like, pain doesn't mean I have to cry. Like, but anyway, at this point, adult reflexes, all of the adult reflexes out the window. I'm standing on the street bawling it down, bawling it and bleeding out. So yeah, that was very traumatic. Anyway, this happened at like something in the morning, like breakfasty, like brunchy times. Bearing in mind, I've gone to hospital because the pain was that bad, and they told me to put my thumb in a cup of water because the pain was that excruciating. I didn't know what to do, and I was there 10 p.m. Took the thumb out of the water. It's still just like, it was just still dripping the same way. It was like that. It wasn't like, it was like so anyway, that was a mad one. Bearing in mind at the time I think I kind of just started doing nails, so still was like learning through trial and error and all this stuff, and then now I got a madness on the thumb. So anyway, so the next step was now the bleeding. Once it had actually stopped, I just remember thinking to myself, is it gonna be like this forever? Because it started to turn like a dark colour, like a blacky purple, you know, like the bruising, typical bruising thing. And I thought if it turns green, then we're in trouble. But it started to turn dark straight away. And so this is a nail education segment. Ding. Wow. So on the nail, I will insert a picture here. On the nail, you have the actual nail. I don't know why I'm holding my hands like I can see what I'm about to insert, but y'all feel me. So we have the nail, and then you have the bendy bit of the thumb or the finger, Yes, you have the nail and then you have the bend, right? If you happen to hit anywhere on your nail between the nail and the bend, it's peak for man. It's peak for man. Just know innit? Like, when I tell you the name of this part of body, you're gonna already know it's peak. This is called the nail matrix, bruv. So God forbid you mess up the matrix of the nail, then the nail's just like, oh. So basically my shit was glitching, let's just say, or glitching, and the color change. And then I just noticed that there was like a dip in the nail, like as it started to grow out, and I was like, wait, what's this rigid step happening? Now this is something that happens a lot with a nail that's been damaged. Like, for example, even if you have a toe and you drop something on your toe, if it's hit in the mad part, as it grows out, it will, because it's trying to grow a new nail, so it will try to just basically grow out the whole damaged bit, and that part might be dented in, for example, and then the new nail might be a bit higher, so then you're trying to grow a new thick nail, so you might have a step, which just stress, especially when, anyway, I'll get to that bit. So yeah, so basically I just remember thinking, okay, like, I'm new to nails, my clients are going to be looking at my hands like, did she give herself a nail infection? Is that what had happened? They're going to need explanations. And I just slammed my thumb in the car door. And bearing in mind, I remember I couldn't do nails for like 3 to 4 weeks after that. And at the time I was renting a nail table, paying rent, and this woman was just money hungry. I'm not even gonna lie, she was so freaking money hungry, bro. But you think she cared if I mashed up my thumb? She was still charging me same way, even though nobody had rented that space in time, and no one would have rented it whether I was there or not. But we digress, right? So that had happened. It was like, I need to hide this because I've got clients and I can't. I need to make up this rent. I need to figure out life. So what I started to do, because as I said, I had a big step on the nail, is I started to fill in the dip with acrylic to make it look all smooth as one as it grew out, and I just go over it with shellac. And then, well, I didn't really last too long because I was doing my full sets long. As I said, I was still quite new to nails, so in those times it was the longer, the more dramatic, the more on top, more bling, the better, like Harajuku style activate. So I did that for a little bit until it wasn't painful anymore, because I remember I could wiggle my nail. It was a mad one. I could see like the nail coming out from the matrix, like poking out when I'd go like this, if that makes sense. So until it got stabilized again, I was just doing that, and then I ended up putting on a nail tip and going over acrylic. Acrylic actually made it feel like a lot more stable, a lot more solid. I didn't have to worry so much. With shellac, obviously it chips. Only thing I didn't like was if I was changing the color of my gels or shellac that was on top of the acrylic. Say if I got someone else to change it or something, because I think I left the salon by that point, like after, not that long after. The place I was in, if I was getting my nails done, so when you're removing the shellac nail, having to explain, because the acrylic that I was using for my base was clear, so you could still see through and see, you know what I mean, the bruise. So I'll be like, oh, that's not it's not an infection. And I've seen a lot of clients do that as well when I've been doing their nails. They'll be like, oh, I hit it, it's not an infection. I'm like, it's okay, I'll be able to tell anyway. But that can happen, as I said, it can happen to the feet as well. That one, I feel like it's actually embarrassing when you have a bruised nail or a nail that's fallen off or falling off or anything like that. But on the feet, it's a whole different level of that, you know. But I think I'm going to do a whole different video on that anyway, and just like marathon feet in general, that's a whole different thing. But yeah, anyway, so basically, if you have like lost a nail and you've been told by the hospital or whatever to that you're gonna have to let it fall out and then grow back, or if they have to remove it for you, because they asked to remove my nail in the hospital. I looked at my mum and I said, they're not gonna do that, you know. And I think they said I need to come back and get it removed. I told them I weren't going to do that, and that's not what happened. I said we're going to grow this mother out with acrylic, because I'm not about to be no stub doing nails. Can't run like that. I just can't. So I was like, they think they're going to take off my nail. Oh, because they were trying to tell me, oh yeah, we need to. I was thinking, you need to tell me stuff. I'm a nail tech. I'll tell you. I'm just here to stop the pain. But yeah, so basically, after I refused to go and get my nail removed, and I'm glad I did it. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because I didn't need to get it removed. Clearly, my nails are back, right? This was years ago though. But after that, it took me, and I calculated this, like, because I wanted to know for future reference and for other people that experience the same thing. It took me 9 months to grow my nail back. And I figured, obviously everyone has different growth rates with hair, with their nails and stuff, so I was like, I don't want to just go by that. So every single time after that, I would come with a client with a damaged nail, whether it be a really big black bruise, whether it be a bruise and a step in the nail, whether it be that they've lost their nail and it's literally, there's just skin here and just a little stubborn nail growing back. I've calculated and timed every single client who have had like that, and monitored how long it's taken for them to grow that nail back, for at least a good 3 years after that. So once I've done that, I figured out I could kind of gauge how long it takes for nails to repair themselves, how long it takes to grow a full nail, and things like that. So basically, if you damage your nail and you have a big black bruise at the base of your cuticle, basically a big bruise on your cuticle, let's just say if you divide your nail by 3, not from the white of the nail, just the pink actual nail bed, if you divide that by 3 and give each third 3 months, 2.5 to 3 months, that's how long it would take you to grow back your nail. So let's say there's 3 times 3 is 9. The average is 9 months. So when I see a bruise on a nail that is, let's say, a third of the way down, I will know then that this client has about 6 months left of growing out their nail to do, if that makes sense. So that's how I've managed to gauge over time how long it takes for your nail to recover itself. Obviously there's different types of damage that you can do to a nail. There's a difference between infection and injury. I'm talking about injury today. Like hitting the nail at a certain point, any of that, it's going to take a while for that to grow back. I wouldn't recommend trying to go over it and fix it yourself just to hide it. I would recommend going to a qualified nail technician, because infection can just woo, they love a good nail bruise, I'll tell you that. I will tell you that for free. So yeah, if you have damaged your nail, don't try and fix it yourself. Plaster that up, keep it together as long as you can, and get yourself to a nail salon as soon as you possibly can, because if you catch it on something else, damage will probably just be worse, the pain will just be intensified, and it's long for everybody, isn't it? So yeah, so that's all I've got for today. I think that's all I got. Yeah, that's all I got. But yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely week, and I'm just happy to be back in motion, like the boys in motion. We give you our devotion. I just feel focused, really focused this week, really ready, really pumped for the week. Got a lot of plans, trying to work on, formulate, stay driven, motivated, and hopefully you guys do too. So yeah, I hope you guys have the week that you deserve. As I said, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Yeah, and if you have any questions about any of the topics that I've discussed today, please feel free to go and comment below, or however you choose to. I'm sorry also if I've been looking this way. I've changed this setup just for like quality purposes. So now I'm looking over there as opposed to looking at my... Anyway, long stories. I'll see you guys soon. Have a lovely week. Thank you very much. Please once again, like, share, subscribe.